welcome to Investment Talk Only with Johnny Ruiz. It's time to get to the money.
Yo, what's good? Welcome to Investment Talk Only. Got a special episode. Talk about Forex today. I'm Johnny Ruiz. Got my co-host Monique Benitez. Got my special guest Ron Oliver. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good.
That's good. Yo, we have a lot to cover today, so I'm super excited. It's gonna be fun. So let me get the formalities out the way. You guys, if you like our content, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. You know, this episode is for people who want to learn about Forex, so you're definitely going to get a lot of gems today. Monique, you want to run down what we're going to do today, just so everybody knows?
So first, we're going to obviously introduce our guest here. Then we're going to cover what the topic is today. This is Forex, also known as foreign exchange. You're going to give your stock of the week, stock of the week. And then we're going to go into some Q&A. We had some questions that came in through social media. It was actually a good amount of questions. So Ron, I hope you're ready for that. And I know I'm excited, but before we get started, Johnny, I want to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday.
Yes. Are you talking about with Tesla?
Yes.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yes, let's talk about yesterday because that's what you need. You know, I had like this big feather. Oh, okay. All right.
Go ahead.
I had this big, celebrity hoodie thing. I was going to come on here, but I was like, Johnny's going to say I'm being too much because that would be my normal self. But yeah, yesterday, tell everybody, okay. Yesterday is a prime example of why if you should be subscribed to our channel, right? One, not only be subscribed to the channel, but have the notification on and watch it that day. Don't wait like, I'm going to watch it next week or on the weekend or whatever. Watch it that day that you drop stock of the week because everyone who did that is winning right now. Everyone who did that is like gloating.
So
all over social media. So
we had a big day. We have to touch on the stock of the weeks because I haven't been wrong yet. All my stuff been right. So episode 2, if you were listening, I said Tesla's the stock of the week. All right. Mm-hmm. And if you listened to last week, I said Square was stock of the week. Mm-hmm. And that went up like $50. And then the ETF ARKK that has Tesla in it, I said, hey, I'm going to give you an extra one. That's also stock of the week, all right? So what happened with Tesla is it got inducted into the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the stock market. Mm-hmm. And so why is that important? It's because now you're going to have more exposure if you own Tesla, because more institutional managers, money managers, I'm going to have to trade it because it's part of the S&P 500. So in order to put it into the S&P 500, 48 million shares are going to have to be bought. What do you think that's going to do to the stock price? I'm just saying.
You're such a clown, yo.
I'm just saying.
You're such a clown. Oh my god.
And the stock of the week this week, it's a life changer. So y'all gonna have to wait to the end. It's a life changer. I'm telling you.
All right. I hope everybody's listening. I hope everyone is going in there and buying. Just buy 2 shares, even if you just buy 2. It doesn't matter. Just listen and go in and do what you got to do. Yeah. But you have not been wrong yet.
So yeah, super exciting. Tesla part of S&P 500. All right, so RJ, everybody know him as Ron Oliver, but we go so way back that I know him as RJ. RJ, can you please introduce yourself? And if you don't mind, just tell us how you got into this Forex thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's up, family? My name is Ron Oliver. Yes, me and Johnny go way back to middle school, so he knows me as my childhood name as RJ, right? And listen, I was always that type of person where I always wanted to make money. I was always selling things to make money because I knew I wanted to really just make money. I didn't know I was showing entrepreneurship like type tendencies, like characteristics, because I didn't grow up in that type of household, right? I didn't have, parents that were entrepreneurs. So when I was just selling stuff, they just thought I was just selling stuff, right? But it wasn't until I got actually older, I realized, oh man, I really have some sales type skills, right? And, I even as a kid, I remember looking at those type of infomercials, like late at night, they were like real estate of like, yo, you can buy houses on pennies on the dollar. And for a kid, I was really intrigued by that, but I didn't really know how to get into it. And so throughout life, I was always interested in trading, right? First, it started with stocks, right? I really never got into stocks. Actually, my first introduction to really trading was actually cryptocurrency, right? After, from the end of 2017 to 2018, I was like, oh, snap, this cryptocurrency is really, really dope. And I love cryptocurrency because the barrier to entry is really, really low. I can literally start with $20 and see what happened with it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna take my time, and if I can just start with $20, that's cool because I can blow $20, right? But if I actually learn a skill, then it's worth it. And so I went through like a year with cryptocurrency, got really, really deep into it, like learning all the projects and all the ICOs, and then I got introduced to actual Forex. And then that's when I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. And I started pretty much February of 2019. Okay. So I'm coming up on 2 years of just learning the skill and literally just change my life.
Yeah. So I got a question about that. So you say you was introduced to crypto and you had exposure to stocks. So why, in your opinion, why do you favor Forex over those other ones?
Well, first off, Forex, foreign exchange market, is the largest financial market in the world, right? And I also liked, the foreign exchange market is actually open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It opens Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and closes Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if I want to trade at night, I can. Like I usually, I trade a little bit, right? I set my trades at 6 p.m., right? And then I do a live trading session. Like I go for like 30 to 45 minutes of just like straight trading at 10 p.m., right? And I do that because pretty much my wife is relaxed and my kids are in the bed. So I don't have a lot of distractions. So I can really just focus for the next 30, 45 minutes.
Nice.
And so I really like that part. And the type of trading that I really love is pretty much scalping. So I don't like to be in the markets very, very long. I like to be in and out and I'm done. Right. So it just fit my personality.
Scalping real quick. What's that?
Scalping real quick. So there's a few types of traders out there. You have scalpers. Those are the people that really just want to be in the market for like minutes. Right. And then, man, it's been so long. Then you have intraday traders, right? Those people want to be in the market maybe for an hour, maybe 8 hours in the day, right? Then you have swing traders, people that are probably want to be in the market, for a day or two. And then you have long-term holders, right? Those people, they're in the markets for days, weeks, months, sometimes years, right? And so for my personality, like my emotions, I could not wait like hours. I couldn't do that. Right? I couldn't be I don't want to be in a trade for days. Like I just want to be in there, boom, in and out. I do the
same. You like to get your money in quick. Like, I want to see my money right now.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah. Maybe it's a patience thing that I gotta work out, but look, this is working for me.
So you could be in like seconds, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm just trying to understand. The way you trade, you're in and out, boom. That's your day. That's like your job. Like that's your life. Like you go in, you make your money in and out, boom, boom, like that.
Yeah. So when I'm doing this trading session at 10 p.m., I'm trading something called binary options as well, right? I'm doing 1 minute trades, right? If I need more time, maybe 2 minutes, right? But that's it. I take maybe like maybe 4 trades in that 30 minutes to 45-minute session, and I hit my goal and I come back the next day. I do that Sunday through Thursday night, and because I trade at 10 p.m. because the markets close on Fridays, so I trade about 4 or 5 days a week.
So did
And
you?
this is your. No, go ahead, Johnny.
No, go ahead. I'm about to go. Go ahead.
Great. So this is your. I'm just trying to. I just want to understand, and I want the listeners to understand. This is your job. This is what you do to your living. So you have a big family, and you can support your whole family doing this, working literally minutes a day.
So
that's what you're telling me.
Like, it's been a blessing for real. Like,
I'm just trying to understand. Okay.
Yeah, I just celebrated 8 years of marriage with my wife.
Congratulations.
Hey, appreciate it. We literally just had our 5th child, and
congratulations. So both of y'all got 5 kids.
Yeah, we both got 5.
This is the type of job that when you have 5 kids, you know you need to be making real money.
Yo,
and
that's how you know it's real.
Yeah,
that's how you know it's real.
This gotta work. Like, my wife is a strong woman, so she's not gonna let me just quit my job just because I have an idea. So it's actually
my sister-in-law, same. She would not be. She'd be like, "Excuse me, what do you mean you're quitting your job? You got 5 kids in this house."
Right. Yeah, and so September 30th of this year literally marked a year since I've had a 9-to-5. I was a sales manager at AT&T prior to this, making great money. Like, don't get me wrong, making a lot of money, but I was working a lot of hours. And I just got to a point where I was like, yo, this wasn't the deal. This wasn't the plan. I always had dreams of becoming an entrepreneur and having multiple streams of income. But AT&T kept giving me promotions. They kept paying me more. And I knew if I didn't quit last year, I didn't know when I was going to quit, because I felt like I was starting to get stuck, because I was making the most money I've ever made in corporate America. I wasn't doing hard work. All I was doing was just talking to people, right? But I had to remind myself this wasn't the plan. So I really just had to stop it. I had to quit. Wow. And it's been lovely ever since.
So I wanted to go back. So are you telling me that your whole work day is a matter of like 45 minutes?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And that's unless I want to do a few more sessions, right? I just choose to do 1 session a day. But I can do this every hour if I want to.
Because you spend your day doing what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, yo, you since I don't have a job anymore, you really gotta stay structured, because you can really just like it can just go right. If you don't have a plan, if you're not organized, and I gotta remind myself how blessed I am to be in this position where I only have to really work 45 minutes to make some money, right?
That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I work 10 hours a day.
So can we reel it back? We got to what what the benefits are. What is actually FOREX trading? What is actually FOREX? What is that?
Yeah. So FOREX is short for foreign exchange, right? And to keep it very simple, all foreign exchange is just currencies, like the US dollar, Japanese yen, Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, like world currencies. And what we do, we just trade the values of them. Like, I'm pretty sure your viewers, your audience has like probably traveled at least to Mexico, right? You might not have traveled all across the world, but you've probably been to Mexico, and you know that you can't spend the dollar in Mexico. You got to go to the exchange booth, right? And get some pesos, right? But there's a rate, there's an exchange rate, right? And let's just say, for example, $1 is equal to 4 pesos. Right, so you give them your $1 and they give you 4 pesos back. So you go on vacation, and for whatever reason, everybody just takes care of your food. You don't end up spending any money, but something may happen where, a war might happen, or Trump might say something crazy and the markets go crazy, right? And so when you go back to get your money back, instead of you giving your 4 pesos to, the currency exchange booth, right? They may give you $2 for your 4 pesos, right? Because the exchange rate changed. Now, you don't have to keep traveling to make some money. You can actually do that on your phone. And there's just a market that you can actually do that at.
So there's a way to anticipate those things, like those change in the rates.
Absolutely.
And that's where you make your money.
Absolutely. We just make the money off the changing of the values.
Is it primarily based off news, like you just said, like if Trump or a war? Is it primarily news driven?
It's both technical and fundamental, right? So news can definitely affect the markets, just like, you know, it's funny that you guys brought up the S&P 500. That's honestly I trade the S&P 500 on the foreign exchange market, right? That's one of my favorite things to trade. And so just like last week, right? It was last week, the elections 2 weeks ago now. Mm-hmm. The elections was just going crazy. So the markets were going crazy, right? But I'm a very, very, very technical trader, right? Fundamentals, y'all can have the news. I like to read the charts, right? So, but the cool thing about the foreign exchange market, as the market was going down or up, you can make money.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's pretty much, so you can trade the markets with technical analysis. You can also trade the markets with fundamental analysis as well.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Monique,
with the market being 24/7, would stop losses, like you setting stop losses, is that what it's called? Would that be like your savior, basically, with it being open 24/7?
Yes, absolutely. Like, I'm very technical, so I definitely have stops set, right? Just in case the market doesn't do what I think it's going to do. At least I'm not, exposing myself to all my capital being lost, right? And then, the market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week, but you can also trade cryptocurrency 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So crypto never sleeps, right? Trading Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, all those currencies. So you can actually trade those on the platform as well. You can also trade stocks on the foreign exchange platform as well.
Didn't know that. That's good. So I got a question. It's two questions. Say someone was interested in get into forex exchange. They're watching this video and they just want to know how they even start. One, how do they do that? And what are some things that they need to learn to be successful?
Cool. Right. So a lot of us, we already know, like, we can learn a lot from YouTube, right? And a lot of us, some of us may be able to grasp things off of YouTube, but for the most of us, like people like me, I needed mentorship, right? So I sought out a company called I Am Master Academy, and they taught me literally everything I know about trading, right? They have an academy where they take you from the basics. They have some comprehensive videos. They're only 3 to 5 minutes long. They take you from like where foreign exchange started from, what was the history of money, all the way down to the advanced stages of actual technical analysis trading, right? And then they also have live sessions where you're literally trading with 6, 7, even 8-figure traders. And there's no exaggeration, People who've made 6 figures, 7 figures, even 8 figures in these markets. And we have live sessions throughout the day where they'll literally send out trade ideas to your phone, or you can, like how we're live right now, you could be on live with them right now, and they'll actually trade with you. And whatever trades they take, they'll let you know you can take those same trades. So as a beginner, as a day one trader, brand new trader, you can literally trade with the experts, just like that. And so, when I was seeking this, when I was actually learning about cryptocurrency, I was just on YouTube, right? And I was learning, but it was taking a little longer. So I really had to realize, there's power in, purchasing, having access to mentorship, people who've already made the mistakes that I'm probably going to make, right? And they can just give me the guidance that I'm going to need and all the keys that I'm going to need to really, really be successful quicker.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense. And so what do you think is the top things that the top skills one needs to have to be successful at trading foreign exchange?
Yeah, my top 3, they're not even like practical. They're more conceptual, right? You got to have 3 things to really be a successful trader. You need discipline, patience, and consistency. Like, yo, if you can grasp those, you'll be fine, right? Because trading is very, very easy, especially the technical side, right? Like, especially trading Forex, all you do is wait for a certain amount of confirmations. When those confirmations line up, you enter a trade. If all the confirmations don't line up, you don't enter a trade. But as a beginning trader, right, as an impatient person, you're like, yo, I know I'm supposed to wait for 5 confirmations, but yo, this is taking so long. I'm gonna hop in at 4, right? And you hop in, and then you lose the trade. And because you lost the trade, you're like, yo, I'm gonna go get my money back. And then they call it revenge trading. Then you lose more money, right? And you're laughing because you like, yo, I've been there too.
Yeah, I've been a stock that I lost money on. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get that money back from this stock too, from this exact stock. Like it's a person, man. It's crazy. It's funny.
Yeah. So patience, you gotta. I tell people, do not quit before 24 months. Just give this at least 24 months, because 24 months you really gonna need just to get your emotions out the door. Yeah. Like, especially, and I'm gonna say this, but especially guys. Us guys, we need like 24 months because, you know, we come into this, we're like, you know what, I'm gonna figure out my own way, right? I'm gonna do my own thing, right? And then we lose and we get greedy, right? Women,
I think it's a pride thing for y'all. It's a pride thing. It's a pride thing for men.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
the
macho thing.
Yeah. And women, they come in like, yo, what do I need to do to be successful? They gonna just follow the instructions, right? And so it's just different. So you just need 24 months, because if you don't quit before 24 months, you can really make millions in these markets, right? And that's if you trade in stocks, whatever you want. Right? Because once you figure out the style that you want to trade, right? That style that if you're a scalper, intraday, swing, long-term trader, like once you figure out your style, you can literally make millions of dollars in these markets. And you're not even like a big wig, because there's a lot of people making a lot of money.
Yeah, I've heard of a handful, because I've been, looking into some of this stuff, and there's plenty of people out there that are like millionaires that are our age. And they're just regular, they're just like you guys, you know what I'm saying, just chilling, humble, and young and successful, and they're just living their life, taking care of their family. They're not out here to flaunt or do all this extra stuff. Like, they enjoy what they do. And I seen one person say he started off with 15,000 and now it turned into 4 million over a couple of years.
That's not even far-fetched. Like, that's real.
I wouldn't even doubt it. Like, yo, I was regular. No income claims, but we have one of our traders, one of our educators. This dude, at the beginning of the year, he just hit $1 million in his trading account, right? By last month, he had 4 million. And then a few days later, he made another $1 million. And this guy, he's just like us. Like, he didn't grow up with this information. He learned it under 3 years and just was disciplined, though, and just patient. Go ahead. What was your question?
No, I was going to say, it's just because you get so good that once you get to those higher amounts, you just compound it. And then it's just like Apple. Like, Apple, they hit $1 trillion not so long ago. And then, like, a year later, got 2 trillion. So it's like it took them that long to get 1 trillion, and then like that to get 2 trillion. It's like you just get so good, and it compounds.
Yep.
It's easy, man.
Compound, and that's what I actually do. I compound my account, and it just becomes at some point it just becomes muscle memory, and that's what you want. I'm really waiting for the point where trading really becomes boring. Like, it's just second nature. That's what I want. That's how I know when I really, really made it. When this thing just becomes boring.
You hit the matrix. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of trillion, doesn't the foreign exchange market trade like $5 trillion a day?
Yeah, and that's actually that needs to be updated, because that was actually before cryptocurrency was actually kind of introduced. Cryptocurrency just added another $1 trillion a day to trading. Wow. So it's like 6.3 to 6.7 trillion dollars a day. That's why I love this market, because it's the biggest market, and I always want to have access to like the biggest and the best.
Yeah,
like that's just me.
Go hard or go home.
because you're so much money's flowing through. Like you can easily be part of it. Like
Yeah.
I want a small percentage of that. I'll take that.
Yeah, a small percentage of a couple of $1 trillion is a lot. So
that's all I need.
Hey, so a question that I think, do you feel like you have to be in the know, like in the news of the foreign market, whatever foreign market you're trying to trade? Do you have to be in the news of it, or does it not matter?
All right, so it just depends. All right, so we have a website that a lot of us traders use. It's called FOREXFactory.com, and it shows the news events that's happening that day, right? And they're categorized by color folders. So there's yellow folders. Those are kind of mild news, right? Then you have orange folders, a little bit more serious. Then you have red folders, right? You stay away from the red folders, but they give you the times that the news is coming out, right? Because the markets usually around those news times, it only affects the market maybe like 5 minutes, right? 5 to 10 minutes. So let's say news is coming out at 10. I might want to start trading if I want to look at that pair, right? Let's say USD versus JPY, right? And there's Japanese yen news coming out at 10 p.m. I want to probably leave that pair alone probably until like 10:30, right? And so, but that 10 o'clock, right? That was kind of a bad example because there's never any news that comes out at 10 p.m. That's why I like trading that. But if you're trading in the daytime, all right, so yeah, say the New York session, right? 8 to 5. If there's news coming out at 11 a.m. USD news and it's a red folder, you want to just chill on that pair, right? If Trump is set to speak, it's going to be a red folder. You might want to chill because he might say something that affects the market. And even though you're using technical analysis, it might just put the trade in the wrong way that you're not anticipating.
Okay.
And to get on that site, you have to have a special access or?
No, that's actually available to anybody who wants access to it. FOREXFactory.com.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you for that. So you said pair. So when you're trading Forex or foreign exchange trading, it has to be a pair. So it has to be two countries. They're two different rates, right? So US to Japan, Japan to whatever else. So if I'm a US citizen, do I only can trade US to something else, or can I trade to other countries, to other foreign countries?
No, it's available. You can trade whatever currencies you want. You can trade the USD versus JPY, which is the US dollar versus Japanese yen. You can trade the Australian dollar versus US dollar, right? You can trade the Great Britain pound versus the Australian dollar. Whatever pair you want to trade, you can do that.
And what are the best pairs to trade and why?
Man, and that's based on your personality.
Okay.
That's based because there's certain trading sessions, right? So, the biggest trading session is the London session, and that's very, very early in the morning. That starts around 4 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m. I'm not up at that time, right? But that's when the London exchange, that's when they open. And that's the most, liquid market, most volatile market. So if you like being up at 4 a.m., you want to focus on maybe like the Great Britain pound, right? Pairs like that. And then the New York session, you're going to trade USD, right? And then if you trade around 6 to 8 o'clock, you're going to look at the Sydney and the Tokyo session, which is trading like the Australian dollar or the Japanese yen. So it just depends on you, what your personality is. And because also some pairs move faster than others, like Great Britain pound pairs, they move very, very fast. And a lot of people's personalities, they really can't handle that. They might like a more slow moving pair, like an Australian dollar, right? Something that moves really, really slow. That's too slow for me, right? I like the S&P 500 because it moves so fast. I like trading gold. Right, I trade XAU versus USD, which is gold versus the US dollar, because it moves so fast.
Wow.
I also like trading Bitcoin because it moves so fast. That's just my personality, but you might want something that moves a little slower.
Yeah, you're not trying to work 8 hours a day.
Huh?
You're not trying to work 8 hours a day.
No, man.
You got spoiled, man.
Yeah. Because this is what I used to do, man. I used to be on my phone looking at my phone every 30 minutes to see what the trade was doing. And I'm like, no, I can't live like that, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's too funny.
Yo, so
I have a question for both of you real quick.
Okay.
Something I heard, and I don't know if it's true. Are you able, I heard that you can make your broker, whoever your broker is, has a demo account that you can basically trade fake money, like, but in the real market to practice. So you're using the real market with a fake account, with fake money, just so you can learn how to, like, you're not obviously not making any profits, but it's for you to learn how to work the market. Is that true?
Absolutely. And honestly, I actually would suggest people do that their first 6 months, right?
6 months.
I know you want to make some money.
Oh my goodness.
Like, especially if you're using your own analysis, definitely use a demo account. Now, if you're actually, in one of our programs where we literally give you access to experts, you can trade your real account, right? But if you're learning this skill and using you taking trades based off your own analysis, I would say demo, because you have to understand, once it clicks and once you actually get it, this is going to pay you for life. Like, the stock market isn't going away. The foreign exchange market isn't going away. Cryptocurrency market isn't going away. So there's no rush to learn it, because once you literally learn it and it clicks, you're going to make a lot of money throughout the rest of your life. That's how I feel about it.
Invest 6 months into yourself to get, a good strategy.
I'm gonna defer to RJ on that one, but I never did that. So I day trade, obviously. I've said that before.
You just jumped in?
I just jumped in. And the reason why I like it, and I would, like I said, I defer to RJ and do the demo. It's safer. But nothing hurts like losing your own money. And you build that discipline with the quickness when you're like, damn, I'm never going to do that again. Nothing hurts like that. Like, you're like, damn. I mean, like, you just remember. I remember my first, like, big loss, like, as if it was yesterday. And it will never happen again. So, but 90% of people
can't
say,
afford to do that either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I couldn't afford to do it. I had to go to my, like, savings and stuff to replenish my account.
Well, some people don't have savings. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just really can't do that.
No, I feel you.
So that's like the alternative.
And that's why I defer. That's why I said do it.
Nobody got like a little savings cushion over there. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have that.
Johnny,
so I'm talking about for the people who are just really like trying to make it check to check. Like, they're using their grocery money for the week to try to learn. Like,
facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's an alternative to the demo account. I was just like, looking up different things and I came across that. I'm like,
the demo account. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, like I wish I demoed for 6 months. I really do. Like, I think having this thing, like, listening to people. Like, I had people that's like, yo, this is what you need to do. And I was like, all right, cool. But I'm going to do my own thing. Right? And then you lose. Like, for me, it's like I lost unnecessarily. Like, just not being patient, not being disciplined. Like, I was just not listening.
I feel like me and RJ are the same. Like, our personality, like me and you are the same, like, personality, as far as like I would be you as a trader. Like, I just want to in and out. Like, I don't have time to play games. I got things to do throughout the day, 45 minutes max. That's how I would be as a trader. And I would also be stubborn and not listen to people, and I would go in and I'll do what I want to do, and I'll hit my head a few times before I learn. That's my personality.
Look,
so I would do the 6 months demo. That's what I would have to do.
Yeah, but again, if you have access to educators who literally give you the answers to the test, you use your real account for that. But your own analysis, demo 6 months.
Oh, of course. I use my brother all the time.
Let's
get it.
So we're pressed for time. You want to get into the questions real quick? The questions that we solicited from the internet.
Questions.
RJ, we're about to put you on a hot seat, baby.
Rapid fire. Let's get it.
I got your back, so let's go.
Yo, so everyone take a moment. Hit that subscribe button right there. Yeah, down below. Subscribe, like, and share. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at investment_talk_. only_MDI. Yes, that's the name. And definitely hit us up in the DM, or you can email us at admin@mdinvestmentsllc.com. We definitely want to hear from you. We want your questions. We want your feedback. So hit us up. Anyways, let's get back to this money investment talk only.
All right, here we go. First question, and I don't even know what a lot of this means, so hopefully you do. I know you do. All right, so first question is, when pairing, what is the most conservative time to take profits? Is it when pips go up tenths or hundredths?
It depends on what your goal is, right? So for scalping, 10 pips, that's good. But if you're in a long-term trade, right? And just so I can kind of explain what pips are. Think of pips like points, right? If the price is at 100 and it goes up to 110, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's 10 points, right? For example.
Yeah.
And if my goal is just to get like 5 of those in a day, just because I'm scalping, that's a good day for me. But if I'm a long-term holder, if I want to just stay in this trade for a few days, maybe 100 might be your goal, right? Because the payout, and you want to get the full move of the actual. You want to get the full move, and so it just depends on what your goal is, right? I'm a scalper, so 10 pips would be fine for me. Honestly, maybe 5 pips would be fine for me. But if I want to stay in this trade a little longer, maybe 100, couple hundred, maybe 1,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can you explain what a pip is? Is that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you think of a stock price, how much it goes up, like maybe like 10 cents, but it's a different number, but it's just how much it goes up or down.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's say a stock is $75 and it goes up to $75.50. We can say it went up 5 pips.
Yep.
Right. That's pretty much all it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just for Forex people, they just want to be special, so they have a special name for it.
Like it's really
real. Probably, man. Who made this stuff up?
That's funny. Seriously, that's real. I thought it was like some grand special thing.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next question. It says, why are JPYs? So I think that's Japan yen. Why are JPYs different from all other currencies? I don't even know if that's a valid question, but
it's different from the Great Britain pound, just like it's different from the USD. I don't understand that question. It's just a whole different currency.
I mean, does it have some more, like, does it have like different trading patterns or like?
No. I mean, it moves quick. I don't understand the question.
Okay. Is it more popular than other currencies?
No.
As far as trading?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So the only difference is it's from Japan. That's the answer.
I appreciate that question.
I feel like I have that music in the back of my head that's like.
Yo, I appreciate that question. I mean, you can kind of, if you need to elaborate on that question.
Yeah. That's gonna keep you up at night. You're like, man, why is Japan?
He's gonna be researching.
Somebody knows something that I don't right now.
Yeah,
right.
That's funny.
All right. So next question: what are the 2 best countries to pair up to sustain a consistent revenue?
All right. If you want to just have one pair you can just trade almost all day, is the USD versus the JPY. You can almost trade that all day. Okay. Because you're gonna get the New York session, which is from like 8 to 5, and then you're gonna get the Japanese yen session, which is maybe like from 7 to about 3. So you can virtually trade that all day, and it'll still be volatile. You'll still get nice moves. So that pair, that'd probably be my top one if you just want to focus on one thing to trade. And I recommend that. Just if you're going to trade, focus on one and then don't go past 3. Okay. Because you want to study the movements, right? You want to know what time this pair is going to move, right? What time is not going to move. You want to really study it. and it's going to take you time. So that's why I only trade 3 things. I trade S&P 500, I trade gold, and I trade Bitcoin. That's it. I don't trade anything else.
Yeah, you definitely want to know your stock or your currencies in this, but it's the same thing for day trading. Like you want to have a go-to stock that like you just trade all the time because you know how it moves.
What's your go-to
I guess that's the same concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's
Mine
your
is
go-to?
Boeing and Tesla. I only got 2 right now. I'm trying to add a third one, but Boeing and Tesla. Yeah, I know.
I heard Boeing, they just approved Boeing to start flying the...
Yeah, actually Boeing, Tesla, and QQQ. Yeah, I trade those every day pretty much.
Mm.
All right. It says, as a beginner, should we start trading at nano lots or micro lots? And then it says, when is the best time to move up to standard lots?
Listen, this is what you want to do. What, like, I understand that question. And remember how we talked about patience? They already, because the standard lot is when you're risking $10 per pip, per point, right? They're trying to make, like, so say, we talked about that stock, it was at $75 and then move it to $75.50, right? If you're risking $10, which is a standard lot per point, that means you made $50 in that trade. Listen, the whole thing is, don't worry about your lot size. I know exactly what they're talking about. Don't worry about the lot size at all.
Somebody wants to like hit the big. Like,
yeah, they try to flip. They try to flip the counts.
Money.
They try to flip the counts.
Yeah. It's like, I guess, is it the version of like betting on a penny stock for the stock market? Like, yo, if this is big, is that
kinda, yeah. I know what you're saying, kind of.
Okay.
And it's just they talking about risk tolerance. They're like, yo, I want to bet, $1 every time it goes up a point, or $10 every time it goes up a point, or $100 every time it goes up a point, right? But what you really want to focus on is just the skill. Like, don't worry about your lot size right now. Don't even worry about it, because you're already in the wrong type of mindset.
Yeah.
Right? If you want something like that, you can, what's the word? If you win 18 or 15 out of 20 trades, then you can start worrying about a lot size, right? Get to the point where you're winning 15 out of 20 trades, like multiple times, then we can talk about a lot size. Until you get to there, like, that's the furthest thing away from you, because the lot sizes don't matter. Okay. Trust me when I tell you that. Like, I'm not worried about my lot size.
It's the skill.
It's the skill, right? Because the pips can change, the lot size can change, because what you want to focus on is, like how Johnny said earlier, compounding your account. So if you're thinking about percentages, like how much do I want to grow my account today as far as percentage? If you focus on that, the lot size is not going to matter, and the pips is not going to matter. You're only worried about the percentage.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Perfect.
Yes. Cool. If this is making sense to people who haven't traded Forex, I think I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, like I honestly, I'm keeping 100 with you guys. Like, I didn't know what Forex was until like a couple hours ago. I was like, all right, we're gonna do something on Forex, and I honestly am like understanding these things. Like, I'm actually like, and I'm not in the financial field, so I'm coming here with the perspective of what the listeners are coming in. So I'm coming in blind just like everyone else, and I'm understanding, so I think you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, this is good stuff. All right, so we got 2 more, right?
Let's get it.
All right, so it says, for risk management purposes, is it better to go or start with a broker that allows random lot sizes or not?
Don't ever start with a broker that allows random lot sizes. I don't know what that means. If it's random anything, don't do it.
Yeah, got it. All right, and then it says, for beginners, when it comes to leverage, should we start out with 1 to 10, 1 to 20, or 1 to 50? Also, is it wise to start and go with 1 to 100? Man, they really.
Oh no, bro, it goes crazy. I've seen 1 to 1,000, 1 to 3,000. Like, wow. You know, and honestly, I trade 1 to 500. I trade 1 to 500.
This one says kind of beginners.
For beginners is fine too, but again, what you want to do is just focus on the skill. Like the leverage is not really going to matter, you know, once you know, your analysis is sound, right? Once your analysis is sound, then you can worry about all that other stuff.
So 1 to 500, right? That means like if it goes up 1 pip, that's $500, or 2 pips, that's $1,000. But if it goes down, then you're losing.
So it's a little more complex than that, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I really don't understand it. Okay. that part is super technical to me. This is what I was introduced in the first place, and I just learned this. But yeah, I honestly don't understand it totally. I trade 1 to 500, and it works.
Okay. I'm with you. There's some things I don't understand about. I'm like, I just accept it. Like,
it's like I don't even care to understand it. Like,
just accept.
Just give me my money. Just give me my money. That's what you guys basically. Yeah. Like, is my strategy working? Okay, cool. I don't care how it works. It just worked. Let's get this money.
Yep.
So I have a question for both of you, real quick. What's better, the stock market or the foreign exchange market?
Ooh, she's trying to start a fight.
So I think they're about the same, but the only thing is I'm in the options game, and I don't know if Forex has anything like similar to options.
Yeah, so that's why I trade at 10 o'clock. I trade binary options. So I'm doing 1 minute trades, and the contracts they pay out like 70% or something like that, 80%. So I do that. And to answer your question, like again, like it just depends on you. There's people making millions of dollars. Yeah, there's millionaires in the stock market. There's millionaires in the foreign exchange market. I like Forex because I felt like Forex moved faster than stocks. I felt like crypto moved faster than stocks, and I like fast things. I don't want to wait. Like, Johnny be waiting days for them trades. I'm like, yo, I can't do that, bro.
No, I be day trading. I'm in there minutes. It's that when I do the options, it's a while. But that's my long term. I have a day trading stash of money and a long term stash of money. But yeah, I'm in there minutes, not seconds though.
Yeah. Now I better have good internet.
No, but so what I love about it, whether it's stocks or foreign exchange, you could the technical analysis is the same pretty much. So you can make money on either one with the same fundamentals.
Yeah. And it's like one of those things, like once you learn how to trade technically, like the chart patterns, you can trade any market. You can trade US oil, right? You can trade you can trade metals. You can trade anything. I probably can trade stocks with the technical analysis that I have with just from Forex.
You can, yeah. You jump right in like nothing. Like it'll take like a day or two to get what's going on. Like, oh yeah, I got this.
Like double Dutch, just
jump right in.
All right, Johnny, let's talk about the stock of the week.
All right, so like I said, this one's a life changer. All right,
a life changer. I'm ready.
So y'all need to pay attention. All right, this is gonna be the best one so far. So the stock is it's an ETF called XLY. So it's an ETF for consumer discretionary. Consumer discretionary is a basket of stocks that people will spend pretty much like when the economy is happy, when people are confident in the stock market. So it has companies like Amazon in it. Who doesn't want Amazon? Target, Home Depot. When people are feeling good about their money and their savings, they spend money, and a lot of these companies that people spend money at, like TJ Maxx, Chipotle, they're in there, and they're all doing good. Target this week, their earnings came out, they killed it. See Home Depot this week, their earnings came out, they killed it. Chipotle's killing it. But the game changer is, so Tesla, they just got inducted to the S&P 500. Tesla is going into XLY come January. So when you have Tesla and Amazon And one ETF, that's like having Batman and Superman in one stock. All right. So I heard on the street that there's this call option play for XLY for $205 on a January 2022. But I don't know. That's what I heard. I heard that might blow up, but so yeah, I mean, you know, XLY, that's the stock of the week. I might want to check it out.
XLY. Don't mess up like last time when y'all didn't listen to Tesla and what is the ARK?
Yep, RKK. So take heed. RJ, is there anything else that you think that we might have missed that you want to touch on the foreign exchange market?
No, it's just, you know, it's just like, unfortunately, a lot of this 2020 year really exposed a lot of people's just livelihood, right? And so whether you get into stocks or Forex, make sure you have a skill that you can literally do kind of from anywhere in the world, right? Johnny can trade stocks from anywhere in the world as long as he has some internet access. Or I can trade Forex from anywhere in the world as long as I have internet access. Like my family and I, we're taking another vacation in December. Hopefully if this thing don't lock down in Florida. But we're going to take a beach vacation, right? We're going to be there 8 days. And as I'm on vacation, I'm still going to be making money from the foreign exchange market, right? And so there's nothing wrong with having a job, but there's something wrong with only having a job. And I think 2020 really exposed that to a lot of people. So just get into a skill and be okay with investing into yourself for the next 24 months. Because if you do that, you can almost be in a position where you never have to worry about money again, because now you've developed a skill set. And get the right mentorship, get the right coaching, get into the right programs, pay for it, invest in yourself. That way you can pass this education down to your children, right? So they don't have to start where we started. They don't have to grow up and be like, all right, when I turn 15, I'm gonna go get me a part-time job. Like, no, our kids, right? Our kids, when my oldest son turned 15, if he wants to get a part-time job, that's just because he wants to do something, but it's not going to be for money, because I'm going to pass this education down to my children. And so just do something in 2020 that will just literally put you more forward in 2021. They say the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, right? Let's see how many streams of income that you can create. And I would really just focus on that being something that can be based around the internet, right? Something where you can just be mobile, because a lot of us have dreams and goals. And listen, if we don't stop what we're doing now, like, we'll never get there. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And so I just want to encourage people, I'm no different from you. I didn't grow up with this type of education. I just took the time to learn it. And if I can do this being a husband and a father of 5, you can too. It may just take you some time, but you can do it as well, because I'm no smarter than you, right? And you can find me, if you want to reach out to me, you can find me on all the social media platforms. Just type in Ron the Creator. And if you have any questions, just hit me up. I'll do my best to answer them. And man, I appreciate this podcast, and make sure you guys are supporting. This guy giving y'all free money. Y'all need to be sending dude money through Cash App for all the money that he's just providing.
85%.
85%.
Yo, Ron, your little speech has got me hype. I'm over here like, yes.
Dope, man.
Yo, this stuff is exciting to me, man.
It is. I'm starting to get excited. I'm not even into all of this stuff, but I'm hyped.
Yo, one thing Ron said that you said to talk about streams of income. I heard this quote and I love it. It's one stream of income is too close to zero.
For real.
That's facts.
Yo, I'll tell this quick story and I'm done. I remember in 2015 working because I worked at AT&T twice, right? The first time around in 2015, I was married for a couple years. I had one son, and I actually had twins coming that summer. And out the blue, I got laid off from my job. And that was the only source of income I had. I said, never again will I allow someone to have that much control of my income. Never again. Like,
That's deep.
I love that story, man.
Yeah, I love that story too. I'm like,
That's motivation.
yeah.
All
I'm
right,
excited.
cool.
I think this one was great.
Yeah, this one episode.
Appreciate having you.
RJ, I expect you to see you on the show in the future. But yeah, thanks for coming out. I've been Johnny Ruiz, Monique Benitez, Ron.
yes, sir.
All right. Till next time.